Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, guys. So I just want to say right now, I think we have confirmation that that was a bear trap. I was trying to say it. All right, I know it sounded pretty cocky when I was saying it, but this is exactly why I was saying it. I was seeing everyone go over to the bear camp. And usually when I see that happen, you know, this is the result. All right. And as you see, this was the result. Now, we were originally in a falling wedge over here. I could show you right here. All right. So we were originally in that falling wedge. You came down, you broke it. All right. Well, now I established this like literally maybe like half an hour ago. I saw this on my chart. And I do think you're going to start getting a pullback around these levels. All right. I think like the next logical spot for sellers to step in and, you know, try and hold the line is 319. All right, right over here, 319 to, you know, 320, just about. But I could show you over here on the hourly time frame. You don't have any any divergences. You just, you know, they're not there. And as well, I was telling you guys, VIX got sucked back into this range. So the fact that this was happening, all right, I told you guys I was waiting to see what was going to happen here. All right, are you gonna, you know, get sucked back into it, or are you gonna get your bounce? Yesterday we were starting to get that bounce, but it did just lead to a lower high. And as you see, now we're back in that range, and you're also not even holding that. So I do think you're finally gonna come down to this gap fill at 1689. This is on the smaller time frame, so we'll just make that green for our gap fills on this channel, guys. You know, yellow lines, those are your targets. Green, those are your gap fills, and then, you know, all my blue lines and my red zones here. Everything else that's just, you know, reaction spots that I pay attention to. So I do think you are going to get this pullback here. I think that is likely going to be the case just because of what I'm seeing right here on the 15-minute time frame. All right. But as you do see, there's plenty of short fuel out there to just keep this train going. That is what, at least, you know, that's what's apparent to me with this price action, guys. We're getting these explosive rips, and I'm just saying, it was like, I'm not going to say it was obvious because, you know, it had me going over here. You know, I was trying to tell everyone, hey, Bull's got to hold the line here. Or like, you have nothing until this 308.20 gap fill. And I told you in yesterday's video, I firmly believed, like, hey, all right, these big tech gap ups, they saved you. They literally, Microsoft came and saved the day the other day over here on QQQ because you had nothing until over there. So you were at least going like, what is that, $2 lower? Yeah, just about $2 lower. But you come over here to SPY, and look, you even see they broke the trading range on SPY, and they reversed the off of the gap fill. So this is why, guys, I do refer to the 80% like reversal rule on gap fills. I normally, like a lot of the time, I make these my targets. All right, and it's because you have an 80% chance of, even if it's going to be a temporary reversal, it's going to be some sort of reversal at these gap fills. You see this one literally closed out the day at the gap fill, and then you rallied on off of them. I know a lot of people use like, they do this for the gap fills, like instead of this one being 40160, that's just, you know, where there's no price action intraday here. That's how I use it. But a lot of people do like the high of day here, all right, which would, or not high of day, but the close right here, which would be 40135 instead of my 40137. All right, little thing I just wanted to bring up. I don't know why I brought that up. Let's take that off. All right, there you go. All right. Oh, it's 40160. All right, I'm bugging. All right. Either way, you reversed off this gap fill. That's what I believe. You know, that's where I think, like, you know, that was your reaction spot. It's got this reaction going. All right, and I do have the golden pocket here on the board, and we can come over here and we can put that on the board for QQ as well. Now that we know we have established this as a low, we are starting to break out. All right, you broke out of this bullish formation. Let's see, do we have the same pattern on SPY? We don't have the same pattern on SPY, but let's just do the same thing we did over there on QQQ, and we're going to come from the high to the low over there. All right, and your golden pocket is just about right where you are right now. All right, so we could start stalling out. It could happen at any point. I personally think it makes sense that they guys, now that we know this really was the bear trap, now you know your boy's just not crazy. Okay, guys, I wasn't just trying to go long when the short move started. I just, you know, I've seen that this whole move has been controlled by the dealers. All right, so if you were thinking like the dealers, you've been winning this whole time, so there's no reason not to. All right, in the morning brief that I gave to those guys this morning, all right, I said like both of my paths, I believe, over on QQ was you come up. All right. I wasn't sure if you were going to get rejection here at over here. You're starting to get rejection, but either way, all right. It looked, it looked like you were going to make your way up here. All right. We do have like this going on over here. Right. You're extremely overbought, but guess what? There's no divergence going on, which tells me like you're probably not. You're probably going to have buyers come at this pullback, and it could be over here at 316. That's a decent drop right there, right? If you're playing puts, it's, there's that. You got reason to, but like at the same time, right? You now know that, yeah, it was a bear trap. The top of the range is over here. So like the question is, all right, they gave you the false breakout to the downside over here. Are they going to give you the false breakout to the upside of the range here? All right, because if you break here, you're probably going to 322.08. All right, if you break this red box I got right here, which that's where it looks like you're on your way to. All right, it looks like you still have some room to go here. All right, and as I pointed out I think I pointed out in last night's Webull update, we come over to NASDAQ futures, okay, and you see, all right, we started getting these oscillators hinging up yesterday. All right, and now today you have you have this going on here, right? So it does look like, honestly, they drew a bunch of the bears in, and now they're squeezing the crap out of everyone. All right, and that's why I was focused on trying to play calls down there. I just thought, like, hey, this is going to be the obvious move. And as I pointed out yesterday, you're over in this neutral category, and now, like, hey, all right, you have room to tick back up. I'm just saying, like, it was a pretty it's a pretty obvious move down, and now that everyone sees it, all right, like I started seeing it early, and like, so, like, yeah, I've been looking for it, but at the same time, I fully acknowledge that they're not going to make it easy, guys. They're not going to make it easy. Yes, we know it's here, all right, but we're so close to these catalysts. We have FOMC and Apple earnings next week. You really think they're going to start dropping it before? They're going to make you range bound, get everyone all antsy and excited and trying to take their big bets. Then they're going to take your premiums, all right? And then maybe they give you both moves, all right? Then maybe on FOMC we go boom, and then we go boom the following day. I don't know, because we have boom, and then there you go. Apple's literally the following day, so we have FOMC next Wednesday, and then we have Apple earnings on Thursday. So, and I think it's Thursday after the bell, so then Friday, so maybe we trade for 2 days up after FOMC. I don't know, but I'm just saying a lot of people have probably piled on short. And you got good reason to believe that buyers are still, like, stepping up. I was trying to point this out down here, right? Hey, the dealers, this is one hell of a trap, all right? I'm just saying, it did look like you were going to be getting that bounce. Regardless of where it happened, your downside was limited. I pointed that out last night on SPY. I think, you have the 400 call wall or put wall, so they're not going to let those go in the money. They're probably not going to let those go in the money. All right. And I also pointed out the other day that let's actually just take off that now that we have that golden box. Let's do the same on QQ. Yeah, we already did that. I pointed out the other day that, every single time this bear market, if you slice through the 20 daily MA here on SPY, every bear has gotten another opportunity to short. So, like, if you miss the first move, there you go. You missed it. All right. You have your opportunity. It's going to be at the 20 MA. All right. Now, the only time that you came and like here, you just tested it for 1 day. All right. Over here is 1 day. Over here is 1 day. Let's look at over here. Over here is 1 day. You came back up and tested it. All right, over here was also 1 day. So every time you've tested it, it's only been for 1 day. So hey, if you're in the bear camp and you want to freaking, short this thing, because I think it was evident that, like, hey, all right, they are, bears are ready to pounce. I do think this is just the squeeze before they send it down. I think they got to do their best to shake everybody out. All right, but guess what? All right, there's good odds you come up and you tap this thing, which is currently at 410 on the dot. Now it's 410.05. So there's a good shot you come up and tap this thing. My orange moving average right here is the 20 MA. All right. And then there you go. Now you're going to reverse off that. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but yeah, you got the golden pocket starting at 411. You got the, and then, tops out of 413. So maybe you come up here for 1 day. You get a reversal bar like we had. Oh, right here. All right. How it was right here. Boom. You came up. There you go. All right. And yeah. All right, I'm just saying that would make perfect sense to me. They're doing something crazy here, but you know what? Your boy was not blind to the tricks that they were playing. If you guys don't want to be blind, because I know what else, you know, I know what's on the internet. All right, I know you know, maybe a lot of people weren't calling for that thing being a trap, and rather they're calling for, hey, okay, Bull's got to hold the line. Big things are starting to go down. Hey, your boy got you. Okay, he got you. And guess what? I recorded these videos before anything really happened, okay? So that was me just, you know, putting myself out there before I actually had all the pieces of the puzzle. And now here, you guys see, we got all the pieces of the puzzle. You do see that was a bear trap. Okay, guys, all the insights I share, they're not stuff that, you know, will be going down like, you know, or it's not past tense, all right? This is all applicable information that I share here on a daily basis. All right, if you enjoy that, please support the channel with a like. I would appreciate it. All right, and if you guys appreciate these shorter videos, please also, you know, leave a like and share. All right, there's that. But yeah, guess what, guys? If this was a 2-week long thing, which actually it is a 2-week long thing, now that I'm looking at it, this is a 2-week long pattern. Okay, you can see it on the daily time frame. Start over here. I don't really know if you would call this like an actual thing. We're like, I'm not going to really put a target on the board here, but yeah, you took 2 weeks to make. You took about 3. All right, even from actually right here. All right, this is about, yeah, 1.5 weeks. I don't know. All right, so the target technically would be right up here at the high of this day, which was yeah, 321.42. So I'm not saying you're getting up there, but I'm saying, you know, if this was an actual pattern, or if I was to put on a target onto the board, it would be right here. All right, and then you'd have 322.08 gap fill right there. And again, this would effectively squeeze the crap out of all the shorts that just piled on. And I'm not saying this is going to be taking place, but your next stop right here, you don't have any resistance here on QQQ. Your next stop is going to be 319 to you know, 320ish right here at my resistance zone. If you guys want to be kept up to date on all these things, along with my trades that I, you know, pair with my TA. All right. I'm not going to say I'm the best trader, but if you guys do want to be kept, you know, nonstop up to date on that, all right, over there, Discord link is down below. There you go. All right. And last thing, actually, I want to point out VIX. All right. VIX has gotten all the way up here. Now you do see, you're clear as day. Like, look at this. All right. Look, you were getting rejection here. Okay. This is what I didn't want to see. Like, I wanted to see it break out of here, but I wanted to see you reclaim where you got all of these rejections going on over here. All right, and you just couldn't do it. All right, and now guess what, guys? You're right back into your zone. So yeah, I do think it's not like the market's not just going to go straight up. All right, you're going to have these pullbacks along the way. All right, but overall, I think the market is in a squeeze mode. And guess what, guys? You have gone like pretty quick here. All right. You know, I very much so wouldn't be surprised to see that. You do have the bearish divergence going on the 15-minute CCI right there, as well as the RSI right there, okay? I know I drew that. It was sloppy, all right? But it's there. All right, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that pullback, but guess what, all right? There's like a lot of squeeze fuel out there, and I'm sure a lot of people are just going to continue hopping on short every time they think this thing's finally going to die, and it's going to be ahead of FOMC, and in reality, the big moves really come off of these big catalysts, so yeah, I think all these minor dips here, I think they're going to be bought up. And if we start seeing any crazy selling, I'm just saying, I do think it's going to be treated as a trap. I do think that's the case. Now, again, I'm not changing my tone on here. All right, like guys, like this shows me bears are ready to pounce at a moment's notice. So that's why I say it's probably going to be on a big catalyst. All right, but like 100%, they got what it takes to just flip the script right here. All right, so you know, be cautious. I'm just saying we're playing with fire up here. It is definitely a dangerous spot. I still, you know, I think again, I think that was the bear trap, and I think they're going to trade you flat up here, right? Or they're going to bring you up. Max Payne, they never got that move. I would not be surprised to see it. I would actually love to see that. All right, and then that would create, you know, a marvelous shorting opportunity up there. But again, then you have to wonder, like, hey, are they going to really just give everyone a really great shorting opportunity there at the August high? All right, that's what you got to be asking yourself after. Probably not, but at the same time, then all the bears are just like that, been looking for a top up here. They're going to be in so much pain, so there's not going to be many bears up here taking that opportunity anyway. So I don't know, maybe they do. All right, whichever way this thing goes, guys, I'll keep you updated as we go. All right, with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.